We're going on a fishing trip, and not just to any place. We're going to Gotland for some coastal sea trout fishing. When my YouTube channel started, this type of fishing was all that it was about. And today we're heading back to what was once my home for over 10 years. With its clear water, shallow flats-like beaches and wild trout population, it sure feels good to be back at this breathtakingly beautiful island. But being in the center of the Baltic Sea, among the most polluted and overfished seas on the planet, and with a climate that is too dry for being ideal for trout to spawn, how come that the fishing has been so good when I lived here? And one of the most common questions I get is if the fishing is still as good as it used to be. And I am myself curious to find out about that when I'm heading back. It is early spring when I come here, and it was not much time to chit-chat with my buddy Daniel before we decided to head out and do some fishing in the last light. Me and Daniel have done many videos in the past, so it feels like a reunion to stand side by side and cast again. And the start of these fishing days, we couldn't ask for more.
That took so hard. Took the orange shrimp. Yes. We're on it.
We're on.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, look at this.
Oh. First evening. First sea trout, how incredible. Daniel, we got this.
Definitely do.
Look at that. Another one there.
Ooh.
And this one going back. Here we go. Nice.
Amazing sea trout here on Gotland. Wow. Here we go.
It feels so good with spring again. The shallow water along the coastline wakes up early with a lot of food to be found for the hungry trout. Spring fishing on the coast is often about shallow water. My two first fish has been when I cast along the shoreline, not out. Where they find the warmest temperature, food, or feel safe, that's where they will be. If the place ticks many of those boxes, then you found the right place for the day.
Alongside casting. Tiny sea trout going back. Being out on an island and fish like this in an exposed sea, then you have to be prepared for all weather conditions. And depending on the season, the temperature can vary a lot. Here it's actually allowed to fish throughout the whole year. The main exception is that outside the spawning streams, you're not allowed to fish season-wise. So the rules is from 1st of September until the last of January, you're not allowed to fish outside these areas that have a spawning stream. If you live here, like I've done for many years, you can fish throughout the whole year. And if you come as a visitor, if you can, avoid like April when everyone else wants to come. It's super cool to fish in all seasons here. We have unusually strong winds at the moment, but now we went to the opposite side of the island, and here it's pretty flat and the current looks like it's just moving the water a little bit. It feels promising. I'm gonna go out and try. Oh jävlar! Där ja! Took the Gammarus. Small fly. Think so. Yeah. There. Oh. Isn't it fantastic? Going out in the sea, this huge body of water and finding a fish on a tiny gamarus, huh? Will never stop fascinating me. It's not the biggest I've ever caught, but it's fun every time. Good stuff. How this YouTube journey began for me was that I started here on Gotland. There was a limit on Instagram where I was publishing a lot of videos. That back in that time you were only allowed to, or you could only publish a 60-second video. I had a GoPro on my chest and did some fishing. When I caught the fish I published it as a video there. But it happened that I caught a nice fish that when I started cutting it down to the 60 seconds it felt like I couldn't fit all of it in that I wanted to share. So where could I publish this longer video? Maybe it was 1.5 minutes or so. Not long at all. And then the decision landed on YouTube. I enjoyed that very much, to be able to put together a little story or share the moments that I experience when I'm out for myself out on the coast here. What happened was that the pandemic happened, the COVID pandemic. That meant that for me as a guide, I didn't have any job. I had no visitors here coming to fish, so I decided to try to put it up a notch and got new camera gear, a better microphone, and started to carry around a tripod out at the water and filming. And for quite many tries it led to that I didn't catch anything, because it took away so much from my focus from fishing. It was so technical and I did mistakes and so on. But after a few tries I remember I got everything, like the stars aligned for me, that I had things working out. Went out early in the morning and managed to get this video that is now called Magic Morning Fishing. And that was really a transformation for me. That video changed my life, you could say. Crazy how it was. I experienced this at the water and everything was working. I had enough batteries on my camera and the audio was working and everything, and I had this incredible experience. After that, I remember I was just running home. It felt like I was walking on clouds. I had such a rush from that, and running home and putting the video together and just upload. And within a week I think I had like 40,000 views, and that just made me feel like, okay, there is a possibility for this. And yeah, it's been a long journey, and back to guiding again after a lot of visitors coming back. But now I feel like I've come to a good place in Iceland where I can work a shorter season and still have time to film and explore and capture many things on video. So coming back here feels fantastic to be able to show this area again, and also tell stories from where I have my work now in Iceland, where it has gained a lot of interest, many new viewers and subscribers. I think at this point of publishing this, about half of my subscribers already were here when I was making videos just on Gotland, more or less. I want to keep doing videos from here and other places in the world. Since I have so many from here on Gotland, I wanted to make this video to welcome the new viewers into what it is that sea trout fishing on the coast is like. So you could enjoy the old videos and hopefully enjoy also future videos from this type of fishing. It is, after all, here it all started.
Second full day, and Daniel had a sure plan for us to try an area that looked awesome. A lot of structure with rocks and holes, just like I prefer. And this is how it can be when you tick all boxes. A spring day, warm water, food, and they feel safe, all in one place.
we go, nice. Just slam that fly. Whoa. I gave it a try with a classic minus. I haven't tied that fly in many years, but I met Özgur at the Danish Fly Festival last week, and he gave me one of his ties, and like 5th cast, and then I reeled in and I hooked into another one. That one came loose, but got some power to it, that fly. The water is extremely clear here with the wind is blowing out, so wanted to give that a try, a little bit more of a sparse fly. Did the trick. Gonna be 45 centimeter or so, around there. There we go, that's a nice one. Okay, good head shakes. Under control now. Getting closer. I think this is bigger than the first one. Pure chrome. Super fish. Wow, look at that. I took the net out too early. Now it's a battle to try to bring him in here. This goes in circles. It's heavy. See if we can get it in. Oh, I'm a bit nervous because this would be really nice to net. Yes! Oh, that's good. Fish of the trip so far, Daniel.
Yes.
Gorgeous blue shimmering sea trout. Incredible. Casting alongside the shoreline here. So nice. That's a pretty fish. Yeah, about the same size as the one in the night there when we came. 54, 55. Ready?
Yes.
Ah, 5 degrees water, but it's warm for the fish, but cold for the fingers still. But yeah, it's a great time of the year, Daniel.
It's the best.
Good time to be alive.
Yes.
There we go. Could be. Oh, it's a double! I have a double! I have a double! It's a big double! I think one might have come off. Oh, that's a good fish still on. It's on the Gammarus. Here we go. I had a big double on. I hope the line didn't break. It's hard to make a good hook set when you hook that second fish. Daniel, are you sure you're gonna? Double 60 plus on for sure. Looks like I broke off that other fly. That's a pity. Oh, that's a good fish. Ho, 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 ho.
And the other one was the same size.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Close to 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
That good fly, that Magnus, that broke off.
How crazy is that?
0.33 tippet. We a little bit overestimated the fish. It was 64 centimeter. But what a gorgeous fish. And that it looked like the boat that was on, unfortunately the leader broke, that it was a similar size to the other one. It's girthy fish, this one.
So thick.
Look at that. So cool. In the shallow water, wade fishing in the sea. It's yeah, it's an incredible experience. You feel so little out here at the sea when you can walk around and target gorgeous fish like this. In such a huge water. Incredible. And yeah, it means a lot, this fish, for me, to see that the Gotland wild sea trout population is still here, and it's, in my eyes, a fantastic fishing. Super cool. Splash the whole lens. So this is a Gamorus pattern that I come up with myself, with a flashy inner body. And yeah, I've been fishing with it for a couple of years, and I think it looks cool, and it's been very effective actually. It's like a spoon shape of it. There is this fly on my YouTube channel as well. I tied it in the past, and coming like in a couple of weeks. I don't know when I will be uploading this, but then I will be at the EVF fair in Germany as well, where I will be tying this fly. So you can come and meet me there. Looking forward a lot to that event. That was such a bad hook set, but I got it. Awesome. Oh no, I think the fly is stuck, or what's going on? It's a nice fish. I didn't think of that would be a fish. I thought I was just stuck. Oh, it's going. Okay, it's not ready yet. Need to put the net between my legs. Okay. Jag tar den. Ah, so powerful. Just keeps digging here between the rocks. Okay, it's not ready yet. Keeps going deep here. Whoa. Here we go. So cool how it just, while I was walking, I dragged the line behind me and sort of lazily retrieved it. And I had a little tick in the line. I tightened it up. And there this gorgeous sea trout coming. Oh, nice. Whew, that's pretty. Such a chromer. Wow. Fins are like glass. $62, yeah.
Yes.
I was so about to lose that fish. I was just like walking, not really paying attention, retrieving a little bit, but the line was in a big bowl like this. And then I just felt something light, like tick. I just made a gamble to set the hook, and I managed to just get it to stick somehow. It was just out in the finest part of the lip, so things are rolling our way today. It's like, wow. Good day. It's a good day.
We have a ish measurement.
Ish measurement.
Let's let it go.
For spawning, these majestic creatures transform from a silvery color to a tougher skin and darker colors. They grow up in local streams here on the island, and here comes one of the most unique parts of this trout population, and also one of the most severe problems in the future, and it has to do with drought. For the small trout fry to survive the first part of its life, it relies on a steady flow of water through the whole year. That has never been a guarantee here, and through the evolution, the Gotland sea trout have developed a survival strategy in case of a dry summer. When a trout fry crawls out of its spawning beds, it immediately starts to compete with its siblings. If the competition gets tougher in a small area, they move downstream. If this procedure continues, they eventually end up at the border to the sea, and they face it full on. Due to that the Baltic Sea is not so salt, the trout fry managed to survive this transition. The trout has had a tougher time in the most recent years because of that the dry summers have extended also into the autumn when the adult fish is supposed to go up and spawn. The flow has been low or non-existent, leading to some horrifying incidents along the coast, as the trout desperately tries to make it up from the sea when they ride up the waves, up on what is dry land or ponds of water that quickly runs out of oxygen. In some places the trout are left with straight ditches that quickly lead the water away from the island, in favor of more area for agriculture. What the trout needs is more wetlands to hold the water flow stable, a place to spawn, and the young fish a place to find food and shelter when they hatch. Local organizations such as the Sport Fishing Association, Länsstyrelsen on Gotland, and fishing clubs, together with local anglers, do things to turn the trend around. With positive support from the local anglers, the time that forbids fishing outside the spawning streams has been extended, and there is voluntarily work done to restore streams, mainly through the fishing clubs on Gotland and days that the Sport Fishing Association invites participants. There is also gathered financials to do heavier machinery to restore streams and wetlands. Financials that come from, among other, local companies, and support from us tourists that come here to fish. We can donate money, and here is my message to you. If you come here to fish, please donate a sum and think about that this is a fragile wild population and show it extra respect so it won't faint away. Now, let's set out and catch some more fish.
Yep. Ja. Jag hade trassel på linan så flugan bara sjönk. Det här är jättefin. Ja då. Oh, come on. So I hope you enjoyed this longer video. I wanted to tell more deeper into what Gotland and coastal fishing really is for me. Is there still the possibility to have fantastic fishing on Gotland? Yes, I would definitely say so. It's been an incredible time here. It is a fishing that maybe has been better in the past, but I want to focus on not looking back too much. I rather see the present, which in my opinion is a great fishing. So I feel that there is hope in, like, if we can keep this fishing as we have now, if we can have that as a goal, it will be much, it will feel much of an easier task to do than bringing it to what it was in the past. Maybe it is possible to make it better than it is now, but then it should come as a bonus. I feel that this place is worth fighting for, and I hope I can be part of it in some way.